Hello and welcome back to another pre-project video. So what we're doing now is I got looking through my stuff and I think I found a bathtub that'll work. First off, we're not making a dollhouse. So just keep that in mind when I give you my hints and tips. I found a bathtub that might work. I was thinking shower to keep the weight off it, but we'll see. This is a reserve. And I also found a leftover corner cabinet that maybe we might be able to use. So that's that. We'll put that over here for now. So I started making a bed. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular because it's not, for this project, it's not necessary. And I see I glued the wrong side on, but that's okay. I made it 4 inches or 6 inches long, which is the 1/12 scale. And I think it's, let me see here. It is 5 1/4 inches wide. So it's pretty close to true scale. Now the only thing I have left to do is to glue the feet on it. And for that, so I just cut the 2 6-inch long panels and the 4 inches across, and then I cut a square that fits that, and hopefully it's pretty square. And it's pretty close. So for the feet, I have these little blocks of wood, and we're going to glue them on in each of the corners. And that's going to give us enough lift so that our quilt will hang down the sides a little bit instead of sticking out simply because of the smallness of it. So let us just go ahead and so we'll take some of this wood glue and glue our blocks, and we're just going to stick them in the corner. And that'll be good enough. It's not going to be a magnificent posted bed. It's just a bed. I don't believe I'm going to put a headboard on it or a footboard because the head of it will be up against the wall and that'll keep pillows from falling off the end of it. And not having a footboard in it makes it easier to have the quilts fall down. There. Now we're going to let that dry. And we need to get a mattress for it. So a mattress is just going to be a piece of styrofoam. So put this over here. We need 6 inches down, and we'll mark it 6 inches down, and we'll mark it. And let's go ahead and cut this. Because I was thinking of making it a soft mattress, and then I got to thinking, well, that doesn't make any sense because nobody's going to be sleeping on this thing anyway. We just need to have the representation of a bed. Now I said this was what? 5 1/4. So allowing the fact that the cardboard is glued inside. Let's see. So this is 6 inches long. Okay, 5 1/4 in. We're going to go with 5 inches in. And now what I did just there was I lined up my 5 inches and then I just pushed this down into the styrofoam to mark it. Now the quilt, I've selected my fabrics for it and it's going to be very pretty, I think. And I'm going to take everything I'll need for that outside so I can sit in my backyard and enjoy the spring morning and work on my craft project. So that's what I've been doing is like the flowers, I took them outside and I worked on. This bed frame I did last night downstairs here. And there's a few other projects I want to make that I can take outside and work on. Because that was the reason for taking a break from the channel, so I can go outside and work. I'm going to swoop this into my trash can. Okay, for those of you who might remember what my sewing corner looks like down here, you'll notice this is an addition to my worktop. This is part of what we're going to need for our project. So you're getting all sorts of hints and in all these little accessory projects. So maybe you can start formulating your own opinion as to what our next project's going to be. Now, I thought this was very lovely. I don't know if lovely is the word we need for this project, but I thought it would make a pretty quilt cover. Then because this fabric is hooked to it like that, I was thinking maybe this could go for, I don't think for the bottom of it. I think I want something really a lot different. I have these, but that's wrong. So this might work. So that's a possibility. Let's see what else we've got down in here. Okay, here's my choices. I have to narrow them down now. This pretty thing is going to be the quilt top. This is attached to it, which tells me it can go together, but the scale is wrong, so this is not. But this is our quilt topping. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking it's the green. Do you agree? So for the sheets then, I was thinking this light colored something of nothing. Because the sheets are just, you know, sheets. How much is anybody going to see the sheets except for pillowcases? So I'm thinking this will work. I don't know why I ever bought this because I'm not real fond of it, but I have to use it for something. And I don't know, do the sheets have to match the quilts? I don't have enough of this, so that's out for sheets. I don't have enough of this. I could probably get 2 sheets out of that, but I don't think that looks real well with that either. This, I just don't think it's going to work. And I'm pretty sure everybody's going to say, oh, that's awful, Eileen. So that's probably out. So I'm thinking the best I got is that for sheets. So now that I've pretty much convinced myself what it is that I'm going to use, I will take a look more down here in my fabric stash, because I don't really see anything other than, I don't want it to be just purple, and I don't want it to be just green, so that's the problem. But pink is not going to work with it. This could, but the scale is wrong for the print. Definitely not. That doesn't even look like sheets. What else? I was thinking this, but that's pretty awful. Well, the glue is dried, and I extended the legs with these pieces of wood on our cardboard frame, and it's good enough, you know. And then yesterday, no, it's not good enough, but I'm good with it. I learned on the castle, there isn't good enough. I'm either good with it or we fix it. I'm good with it. And I cut this square to go inside as a mattress frame, or as a mattress. And this is where I decided, no, we're just going to chuck that away. So I took some quilt batting and I cut it to fit this box spring, and then I put it in a muslin sleeve and stitched it shut. This is our mattress. So we're going to put it in. It's a little bit oversized, but that's okay. And we'll put it down in there. And already our bed looks soft and comfy, and not like that hard old white piece of styrofoam would have made it. So I took this really pretty fabric that actually, the more I looked at it, the prettier it is. And I made our sheet set. This is a flat sheet, so we're going to just tuck it in. And there we have a comfy looking bed beginning. I made our top sheet. I made it a little shorter because I wanted a nice big fold up here, and we don't need to have it all the way up. This didn't turn out as well because I didn't make it long enough, so it droops or it hangs down the side. So we're just going to go ahead and tuck this into. Oh, and I just broke my front legs off. What do you know about that? Okay, so there's our top sheet on. So now we have the sheets on, and now we'll put the quilt on. And I want it to fold a little bit like that. So we'll stick a stick pin in it for now because I want to glue this corner so it folds right. And then we'll put our pillows on. And there we have our bed. I think I'll put a piece of glue on here on each side to glue it down, and then I'll fold these corners over nice and just glue them in place. Yeah. That works that way too. So thanks for watching. You guys have a great afternoon, and I'll see you again. Bye.